What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are reacting to the TYDEBO'S fellas centers tier list in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. So lads, I got to speed run this video because I got about 20. His video is 32 minutes long. I got 25 minutes to record this video before I have to leave. And I got to get two of these videos up before content leaks at 10. So, man, I'm in a serious freaking rush right now. I am in a serious rush. So, lads, let's get going. Also, obviously, subscribe to Ty, subscribe to me, yada yada. Let's try to get Ty to 85k as soon as possible. With me, look, 280k, it'd be great. We'll hit it eventually. But anyway, now let's get on to it.
Here, definitely by 2K23. So, I'm going to start off here with Al Horford now. Here's the tough part is, I don't know how good Al Horford is for this specific list, right? I know Al Horford's a card that, personally, I would never use. I'd never recommend you guys to use him, but I mean, he does.
He sets big screens,
form, right? He can stretch the floor a little bit.
He sets huge screens.
Defensively, he's not great because he's slow, but I mean, he has decent enough badges. Al Horford's not incredible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The card's not great, but he's not terrible in 2K, and that's the thing about it. We set shot 5, which
D tier
hurts the card a little bit. You got Al Horford at clutch time. You probably aren't running it.
I'm not disagree.
We're gonna drag
he's slightly better.
At least right now. Now, Alonzo Mourning is a collector level reward in for his time. Maybe was okay.
He's small and his bad release.
Still, he's fine, right? He's definitely better than Al Horford. Maybe Al Horford is D tier. Maybe Alonzo Mourning is going to end up.
I agree so far.
Tier caliber player. That's something we will see. But I mean, A tier, B tier, kind of hovering in that range. Doesn't have a great release and decent enough 3-ball though. And the card's not bad. Again, for his time, was really solid. Set shot 17 with a weird upper is not great though. Andre Drummond, our next.
Oh, wait a second. No. Alonzo Mourning does not belong in A tier. No, I thought you put him in B. Like, Drummond's better than Mourning.
No, I don't think Andre Drummond is obviously S tier, but I like Andre Drummond a little bit more than Alonzo Mourning just because I like his defense a little bit more. I think
Andre Drummond's not bad. He just can't shoot.
A little bit better than Alonzo. Maybe Alonzo Mourning is B tier. Andre Drummond.
There we go. We're on the right page.
I think the majority of people that are watching this video would agree that Andre Drummond is better than Alonzo Mourning. Andre Drummond is, just that little bit wider. Maybe he's not better than Alonzo, but I think basically
he is better. He's better. He just doesn't shoot as well.
Andre Drummond just gives you that little bit more. Bargnani, our next player here, is he B tier?
Yeah.
Where I'd kind of lean. Is he better than Al Horford though?
Yeah.
That's kind
way better than Al Horford.
The question we do have to ask ourselves. I mean, a little bit faster, way better of a shooter, probably not quite as good on defense, but I think he does do it.
He blocks shots better.
Of a release than a guy like Al Horford to be in B tier. Now, is he better than Alonzo Mourning?
Nope.
Obviously, going to shoot the ball better, going to be worse on the defensive end of the court. That's really a debate to be had. I never really liked Andre Bargnani. I never really used him, but
B tier is perfect.
We got some really garbage men on this list, and so I mean, maybe we'll move Al Horford down, Bargnani down a tier. That's where we're going to go for now.
I don't mind it.
We'll probably combine some tiers as we go through it.
See, he's not actually that terrible.
Man, or does he provide something? Can't shoot, can't run. Yes, he's got great interior defensive badges, 22 base badges. The card's not very good. I think
he's way better than Al Horford. I'm sorry, he's so much better than Al Horford. No, he's not that ass. He's genuine. He's C. Both C. He's not. He can hit from the corners. He's C.
He is on the level of Al Horford. If you want to say he's better than Bargnani, you maybe can. But the problem is he has 22 total.
He's better than Bargnani.
That really limits how good a card can be.
Yeah, but they're important badges. He's better than Bargnani.
I mean, nobody's gonna badge up a card, so a card with 22 badges.
Yeah, but like, what the hell does do shooting badges matter on a non-shooter? Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't just look at total badges. Like, how many of these some of these interior scoring badges are fine. But like, he's got 22 total badges. He's got like, what's it, basically 10 or 11 of them on the defensive end. And loading them a good few Hall of Fame defensive badges. Like, who the hell cares if you have bailout in a center? Who the hell cares if your center is ankle breaker? You can't just look at total badges, especially for big men. Especially non-shooting big men. Because they're already completely handicapped by the fact that they have no shooting badges. You can't just say, oh, he has 22 total badges, he sucks. Like, dude's got 97, or he's got 85 lateral, 97 block, 92 steal with half interceptor, half rebound chaser. The guy is not spectacular, but he's a hell of a lot better than Bargnani. He's closer to Alonzo Mourning than anything.
This is really not doing much for you. Does have some decent enough defensive badges.
He's so, like, obviously he's putting AD and S, but like, he's so much better than Al Horford. Like, you can't just look at total badges. No one's gonna badge this guy up, but like, you didn't even look at what the badges were. It's in freaking interceptor, rebound chaser, and like rim protector. They're ideal for a center. That's as good as you can get guarding the pick and roll for a center. And he's got that high lateral. Oh, that's disrespect on Bogut. Literally just said, oh, he can't shoot as low badges, he sucks. No. Bogut's similar to Andre Drummond. Like, yeah, Bogut has less speed, but Bogut's 2 inches taller. Like, if Andre Drummond's in A tier, Bogut's B. Bogut's B. They're so similar as players in game. They're so similar. So Bogut can sometimes hit from the corner.
I didn't include Anthony Davis on this center tier list because a lot of people probably do want to run 80.
He's S. Yeah, let's not. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but let's just argue. Let's not argue he's S tier.
The mashing meta in my team, yes, it's overpowered right now, but it's gonna eventually become a little bit out.
No, it
I
won't.
don't want to say like outdated with like people aren't gonna do it anymore, but it's just gonna become that stretch big type of game, especially if you give AD some in-tier scoring badges. I wish he had Hall of Fame back down.
I prefer AD. Mashing's never gonna die.
Switch on next gen that can literally be so cheesy. Other than that though, AD's gonna shoot the ball well, play incredible defense. If you want to play him a power forward, obviously you can, but he's just a jack of all trades. I mean, the dude can do no wrong on the basketball court. Artis Gilmore, I think, gives you a little bit more than Andrew Bogut. I mean, this dude's a giant in 2K. He gives you a little bit more, is a little bit faster, a little bit better than
barely.
The court, has a few more badges. My question to you guys is Artis Gilmore bad enough to put in a C tier?
How is there 2 tiers difference between those two
because
guys?
he's 7-2. If you're one of those people that just hates getting mashed, Artis Gilmore's going to hold his own against the
I agree with the tier, but what's Bogut doing in D tier?
Just wants to mash you. Artis is going to hold his own. He definitely is. Good height, good wingspan. A lot of people liked running this Amethyst card early on in 2K just because the dude was a giant. Now the Diamond's a little bit better, especially if you do give him Monty Williams. That boosts the speed as well as interior defense. Artis Gilmore, B tier. Next up, we do see Arvydas, Sabonis. Now, Sabonis, is he one of the players that has the longest longevity in 2K? I mean, is he? Yes, defensively, he's not going to be the best. He has 84 interior.
Yeah, but it's mash game. He's mash man.
Great. But he is 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan.
And he's got wide player builds.
Andre Drummond might have to be moved down to B tier. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. And Arvydas Sabonis is just.
Let's move Bogut up 1 tier, and then I'm gonna agree with you.
Stretch the floor, be 7'3", be able to mash, has decent enough stamina. Arvydas Sabonis was one of the most underrated cards when he came out. People didn't appreciate him.
I don't mind that.
With me.
I don't mind
that.
that.
Appreciate this card enough. He is pretty solid in my team, especially if you don't really need speed that much at the center position. If you do need speed, Artis Gilmore's a guy to lean to, but man,
you're gonna put
Bogut.
Bam's terrible.
We have Adebayo up next, and I mean, this
45
is
steal.
So much for you guys. I mean, he came out in early November, 6'9", 7'2" wingspan. He's
49 steal.
Speed, but he will
terrible.
Get mashed. Like, I know he's got Intimidator, I know he's got Brick Wall, but he will get mashed because he's only 6'9".
He also can't steal the ball.
It is going to be a nightmare for a guy like Bam Adebayo. I don't think I can go any higher with D tier. I just don't think I can. Yes, he provides.
Bogut's so much better than Bam.
But with him being 6'9", like not a great interior, an 88 interior, not 95 or anything.
If you put Ben Wallace ahead of Bogut.
Big Ben Wallace, a card that when he came out was really good. The problem
no, he wasn't.
Came out on October 15th. Yes, I mean, in general, he's fine, right? He has 29 base badges. That is fine. 25 3-ball, 87 speed defensively.
The guy can't score.
The problem is he's just a little outdated. I mean, is he better than a guy like Andrew Bogut?
No.
Maybe he's at
no, he's not.
6'9". I'm going to put him in D tier because I don't think
I agree with the tier. He's nowhere close to Bogut.
I don't think he's probably the worst card on this list. The Diamond Bill Russell is definitely a card that we're going to spend a little while talking about. That
I hate him.
Even go up a tier. I mean,
I hate
him. Famous 32 on gold, 4 on
I'm not going to argue, but I hate him.
I know Bill Russell.
He should be good though, but I hate him.
Good on the offense end because he can shoot defensively. Has basically everything you could want. Set shot 17 obviously is not great, but especially his set shot 17 with his upper is definitely weird. I do think he's on that Arvydas Sabonis type level. Yes, they're completely opposites, right? Sabonis is a match man. Bill Russell is more that quick guy. Both think they are A tier centers in my team, though. Bill Williams, he's gotten slandered way too much. Like
he's not that terrible.
But everybody just loves to slander this card. And is he good?
How is he better than Bogut?
But he's not a garbage man. I do think he's a C tier.
How is he better than Bogut?
I think he's better than Andrew Bogut. I think C tier is where he belongs.
No, he's not.
That's quite a lot of things. But I mean, he does have jump shot 37, can stretch the floor a little bit. Card's not terrible. When I had to use him 2 grind XP, it's not like he was an absolute liability.
A tier.
Bob McAdoo, another A tier center. Now
McAdoo's really good.
I'd probably recommend you guys playing at the center position. Again, I recommend him at the power forward, but pretty similar to Bill Russell. Only difference, Bob McAdoo can have a little less of a 3-ball, better speed, stuff like that. Can handle the ball with the best one, but the biggest difference here, way less of a 3-ball, but a smoother release. Fundamental dribble style, can handle the ball. This Bob McAdoo might not be it because his 3-ball is not quite high enough. But let's say we get a Bob McAdoo in March or April. Expect him to be a top power forward in it too.
Nah, last year's Bob McAdoo was souped. Last year's
I mean, I literally.
Last year's McAdoo was absolutely souped. The Dark Matter, no one ever used them. So yeah, unless we get that card early, unless we get the souped McAdoo early in the year, he's not going to be good.
On this list because he is a legit garbage man. This dude cannot do anything on the court. Day 1 in my team, he wasn't bad because he could mash, he could do some things. Problem is, it's no longer day 1. Brad Daugherty is literally F tier. Brook Lopez, our next center here. I'll be the first to tell you guys. I have not used Brook Lopez enough. Like I for the Pink Diamond centers,
he's no question. He's B. Do not put him in C.
Deandre Ayton. I haven't really used Brook too much. It's only fair to give Brook that speed boost.
Don't put him in C.
Because this is really
do not put him in C.
7 feet tall, 99 interior.
He's one of the best shooting bigs in the game.
Good enough defensively. I mean, obviously the speed is not great, but here's the deal, guys. He can't get chef, but he comes with limitless, high 3-ball, decent enough rebounder. Maybe I need to give Brook Lopez an actual chance.
He's fine.
Giving him a chance, but
he's
I feel
just
like
slow.
if you do give Brook Lopez a chance because of how good he is, going to be able to compete on the defensive end of the court. I think Brook Lopez is at least B tier, borderline A tier. I'm going to put him in A tier right now. Just potential.
Not even I put him there.
That scare me is the 69 vertical, the 70 acceleration. Those are just a couple of things that scare me.
He gets boards.
But I think his potential is definitely there. Big country Bryant Reed is terrible in 2K. How terrible? Well,
you actually put Bryant. You put Big Country over Andrew Bogut. What are we doing? You've clearly never used Andrew Bogut once. Just looked at his stats, looked at his total badge, and said D tier. He's the worst. He's so bad.
24 base badges, 1 on Brown, 73 speed, 73 ladder. The more I want Brian Reeves to be good, the more I look at his stats and think this card is literally terrible. He might be F tier. Like, he probably is the worst player at B tier. Give me Ben Wallace over him. Give me Bam, Andrew Bogut, Al Horford. Give me them all.
Okay, thank
God.
God.
This Brian Reeves card was terrible. The fact that we literally got him just over a month ago in triple threat offline is sad because this dude is absolutely terrible. He might even go down into F tier. Birdman, Chris Anderson, next card today.
Hey,
honestly,
honestly,
got a very usable Chris Anderson card in my team. I know only 24 base badges, but if you just look at his stats,
look at the badges he has though.
Is just fine. 81 speed, defensively pretty solid. You look at the badges, solid as well. Gold bullet passer, glue hands, gold catch and shoot is all he needs. Jump shot 35 is serviceable enough release.
Jump shot 35 is brilliant.
In real life, he's a fun card to use in my team.
He's better than Bill Russell.
Usable card in my team. The card
better than Bill Russell.
Not terrible at all. Christian Wood, I feel like, is a card that whenever we get a Christian Wood, people get excited about, right? In the big
he's so not good.
If we ever get a Christian Wood that is like a glitched card that can play some defense, he's going to be the top pick in the game. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, let's say in the middle of February, we get a glitched Christian Wood with a Ray Allen base, 6'10", 7'3" wingspan. He is going to be able to...
I agree. He's C tier.
Offensively, he's immaculate. Defensively, he's going to get sizzled like a piece of bacon. Next up, we do see Clint Capella. And I don't know. There's some people that really do like using
I don't like him at all.
Really
Again, I think Bogut's better.
I don't know if I'm one of them. Yes, his speed is fine. Lateral quickness is fine. Interior rebounding is all
I think Bogut's better.
But is he next level good at anything outside of his great defensive badges, which, I mean, he doesn't even have Hall of Fame interceptor. I just don't see it. Do I think Clint Capella is bad? No.
Like, how is he 2 tiers better than Andrew Bogut?
I don't think so. I think he is on that same level, but I do think he is.
What? The guy's 6'9".
I like Andre Drummond. Dave Cowens, guys. He is immaculate. Dave Cowens might be the best player at A tier.
No, he's not.
If only he had more total badges. And I know that's something that's not easy to complain about because he does have 27 badges and a lot of them are defensively. But if we would have seen Dave Cowens with 40 badges, then we're talking because he does get a decent release, jump shot, 1 fundamental dribble style. Obviously, he can.
I mean, if we saw him like an 85-3, it would help as well.
Dave Cowens wasn't quite the next level good. If we do get a next level good Dave Cowens card,
he's fine.
Expect him to be absolutely incredible. D-Rob, I'm sorry, is still A tier. He's not the best center in the game anymore. And I'll be the first one to admit that. I love Dave Robinson. It's hard for me to say that. But he's just not quite the best anymore. Don't be surprised, guys, if we get a new D-Rob soon. I mean, this D-Rob came out nearly 2 months ago. Don't be surprised.
Like, you could still use D-Rob
and we go back to last year,
be competitive.
Years, I mean, we got what? 2 more David Robinsons, right? And this David Robinson came out on February 19th, and the prior one came out on November 10th.
He didn't come out February 19th. He came out in the middle of March.
I'm kind of leaking the sauce, but I'm leaking the sauce
5.
that we might get a David Robinson within the next couple of months, and he is going to be absolutely incredible. Obviously, we got to get Wilt and Kareem first, but just know he's going to be up there. DeAndre Ayton at the top of A tier. I don't know why DeAndre Ayton is so good. I can't even.
Because his stats are.
I don't have the information.
What do you mean you don't know why? The guy's literally David Robinson. The guy's literally slightly slower but half interceptor David Robinson.
Because he shouldn't be as good as he is.
Yes, he should.
It's the fact that his player model is elite. Maybe it's the fact that he can literally do everything on the court, can shoot, can defend, can get me paint stops, can rebound the ball, has incredible defensive badges. I don't know. Right now, he's my backup center, though. Forget KG. Right now, DeAndre Ayton is my backup center.
He's mine as well.
Obviously, we got
he's mine too.
We got some new cards that can do a lot of things with Anthony Davis. Heck, even the new Ha-Seong Jin that is coming Tuesday. Obviously, we did get Joel Embiid, who we are also pretty high on. There's a lot of good centers in my team.
Yeah, Ha-Seong Jin didn't come. It was E.G. and Lian. And for future reference, I'm pretty sure it's Jian Lian, not Yalen. And so we had E.G. and Lian, and we also had Wang Zhizhi. Or I think it's Zhizhi Wang. We got the 2 of those. We did not get Ha-Seong Jin. Ha-Seong Jin is Korean.
But as far as a guy that can compete with all of them, I think DeAndre Ayton's up there. So the DeAndre Jordan card was a free card that came out a long time ago, and I actually enjoyed using the free card for a while. The problem is,
I mean, he sucks now. He was good for his time.
I mean, there's nothing.
I'm not going to argue. He was good for his time.
At this stage, the dude is literally F tier. The dude is literally worthless. Boogie Cousins is not worthless, but he's not next level good. He's not S tier. He's definitely A tier. Definitely up A tier. Probably.
I'll give you that. I think Birdman should be up. I think Bill Russell should be down. Birdman should be up.
I just never loved DeMarcus Cousins cards in my team. Like, objectively, this card should be incredible. Again, defensively not great, but should be really incredible. It's just I've never loved DeMarcus Cousins cards. Maybe eventually there will be a card that'll be game breaking and I'll be a big fan of it. It's just this card doesn't do it for me in DeMarcus Cousins. It's crazy that this Diamond Dikembe Mutombo that came out that long ago, to me, is still
week 1. 1 week after launch.
I'll be the first to admit a lot of it has to do with his player build. Another center that we probably will get pretty soon is Dikembe Mutombo. A lot of it has to do with his player build.
I still can't believe how good this card was for his time.
Dikembe, watch out. He will be able to. That card can still get paint stops. I mean, interior-wise, still going to be solid. Shooting-wise, going to be solid. It's just he's slow. It's really the only problem with him. But I still put him at B tier. I am still pretty high on Dikembe Mutombo. Is Dwight Howard A tier? I mean, I don't know. At this stage, I just don't know if he quite is. October
Playing
22nd.
from really
I don't think so. I do
sixth
not think Dwight Howard's as good as Andre Drummond. I don't think he's as good as Bill Russell, Bob McAdoo. I think he's a B tier guard.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. Dwight, I agree.
He's good. Dwight Howard's fine, or he was good, I should say.
I agree.
Because he's just outdated. For a time, he was definitely the best interior big in the game, and if you argue that, you probably have an invalid argument. But that time is over for big Dwight Howard. We're bragging out our current list, yes, but overall, I don't know. I mean, I feel like bad if he's...
Mikan is so much better than Bill Russell. Mikan's better than Brook Lopez. Mikan's better than DeMarcus Cousins. Mikan's arguably better than Dave Cowens. If you move George Mikan down, I'm going to get angry.
For big Dwight Howard. We're probably going to have to move some things around, move some guys down, because George Mikan at A tier seems crazy to me.
How? Like, how? George Mikan and Bill Russell came out at the same time, and it was like, the general consensus was that Mikan was way better than Bill Russell. Or they were in, so they went out at the same time. They were kind of relevant at the same time, and the general consensus was that Mikan was way better. The general consensus was, why get buggy when Mikan exists? The general consensus was D-Rob, the centers were D-Rob at the time, Mikan, and then a huge gap after the two of them. How has Mikan of all people become so disrespected? Like, he's, even stats-wise, can hang with the guys nowadays.
George Mikan is solid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But is he A tier with our current list? Yes, but overall, I don't know. I mean,
but like, you're not even making a point. You're saying, you're showing the stats and not even going over. The fact that he can shoot. He's at 86 speed for a center. A wide player build, 89 lateral. As well as some okay shooting badges and one of the best releases in the game. And fundamental dribble style with 79 ball handle. Like, you're going on about how great it is with fundamental dribble style and other players. This dude's got fundamental.
Yes, but overall, I don't know. I mean, I feel like bad if he's at A tier.
He is A tier.
Cards that might, be just as good.
When you look at the guys in B tier, he's A tier.
Just a little bit. Just gonna move some pieces around a little bit. Dwight's going down. Clint Capella is going down. Let's see. Who from A tier do I think deserves?
Brook Lopez.
Is George Mikan?
Mikan's better. Oh my God! You've literally never used Brook. At this stage, he had literally said he never used Brook Lopez, and he's putting Brook Lopez, who's not as good as George. As someone who's used a lot of Brook Lopez, I've used a lot of Brook Lopez. I will admit, George Mikan is better than Brook Lopez, and I've used both of them so much. Mikan's way better.
I think I like this.
Like, honestly, when Mikan came out, people were saying Mikan was as good as KG. People were comparing Mikan. It was D-Rob was out on his own at number one. D-Rob was the number one center in the game. This is going back to season 2. D-Rob was number one. Then it was KG and Mikan, and people thought it was a 2A, 2B. And you're putting Mikan in B tier?
A little bit more. I think this looks a little more balanced as well. George Mikan's not terrible. One of the best players at B tier.
He's by far the best player at B tier. Actually, no. Him and Birdman are too bad. Him and Birdman are so much better than Brook Lopez.
To get matched. Hakeem Olajuwon still for today's game. I'm going to go S tier with.
S for Hakeem?
I've played plenty of competitive MyTEAM to know what Hakeem gets into, especially on the defensive end of the court. Absolutely incredible. There's something about him, and I do not like him.
There's
something about him that
I haven't used him enough to argue.
Something about this Hakeem that, longevity-wise, he's got compared to like a Kevin Garnett type of card. Deandre Ayton's knocking on that door, though. I don't think he's quite as good.
I think Ayton's better than Hakeem.
Jared Jackson Jr. is much as I like you. I don't love you. You're B tier. I don't love you. I like you a lot, though. 6'11".
He's really good.
A lot better on current gen than next gen. Just a complete center, honestly, in this game. Again,
he's really good. B tier is the right position.
JJ, go ahead and pick him up.
Why is Embiid stinks? He sucks, man.
Great, laterally, but could compete on the interior. I think
get him down a tier. Bargnani's better than him. Get him down a tier.
Now the new Galaxy Opal.
He's S tier.
Now we're talking about a top big in the game.
Get Embiid down a tier.
He is the top big in the game. We're up there for being the top big in the game. Again, Kristaps, obviously AD are up there as well, but Joel Embiid is every bit as good as those guys. This card can do no wrong on the court. Absolutely immaculate is Joel Embiid. Joe Val, I'm not even pulling him. I'll pull up
F tier. He stinks.
This card, I like watching Joe Val.
He literally got a card for hitting a bunch of 3-pointers, and they didn't even give him most of shooting badges.
Like, the dude is an absolute bruiser.
Like, they only gave him like 7 shooting badges.
This card is literally dirt. Is he objectively worthless? I mean, he's got set shot 16. Yes, he's worthless. He can shoot, but barely.
He's terrible.
Literally worthless.
Kareem sucks.
I mean, the difference between Kareem and Joe Val is, like, at least with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like,
he's big.
Badges,
Kareem's D. I agree. Kareem's D.
Joe Val does nothing. Kareem's also 7'2". Again, we are due for a Kareem card, and I feel like the next Kareem. I'm trying to think about a Kareem that we're gonna get in the middle of the year. I just can't think about it. Like, when was the Kareem we saw in the middle of the year last year? We didn't.
Start of season 6
on December 18th, but I mean they didn't juice it. They just
day 1 season 6 we saw Kareem radioactive.
For a card, and if we get a good Kareem card, expect him to be the top center in the game. KG, I'm still going S tier with. We might have to limit how many players at S tier. It's like they're all in one group.
What?
I mean, they really are. Maybe Joel Embiid, AD have a.
You literally said you started the video when DeAndre Ayton came up early in the video and said, DeAndre Ayton's my backup center. Forget about KG. DeAndre Ayton's my backup center over KG, and now you've just put KG over DeAndre Ayton.
Separate themselves over the guys at
You've literally started off the video by saying Ayton's better than KG.
Because I think those guys do indeed separate themselves. So we're going to move some people down. This is going to get interesting, to say the least. It's going to get very interesting here all the way around. But, I mean, look, it's got to be what it's got to be. We got to throw some Green's not worthless. He's okay. We got to throw some guys that
I don't. This is looking better. Move Embiid down.
Guys in B tier down. This is the tough part.
Embiid.
I do not like this Joel
Yes.
really too much. The rest I can't.
Morning, Alonzo.
That means basically everybody. Well, not everybody. There's going to be
Move Brook Lopez down.
Drop, I guess,
Okay, that's fine.
Sabonis is going to have to drop.
Sabonis? What? You've got Brook Lopez. You've never used Brook Lopez, and you've got Brook Lopez ahead of Arvydas Sabonis. Get Brook Lopez down. Get Sabonis back up. Get Alonzo Mourning down. And if you move Alonzo Mourning down, move Sabonis back up. I'm actually cool with Mikan and B tier. Because I don't think Mikan's as good as McAdoo, Ayton, Dave Cowens. And I mean, you can argue Boogie over him. I'm cool with Mikan and B tier. Just get Sabonis back up. And get Alonzo Mourning out of there. And then I'm cool with Mikan and B tier.
Fine with this, and then we're gonna go boom, boom, boom. Okay. The reason I'm doing this.
D-Rob in A? What are we doing? He's probably the fourth best center. In the center position, D-Rob's better than AD. And then obviously Porzingis is going to be S tier.
It's because there is a separation between that top gap and the second gap, and that's just the
no.
way.
D-Rob is better. D-Rob at S is
when Kevin McHale
scandalous.
first came out, guys, people wanted to compare Kevin McHale to KG, and stat-wise, I see it. I mean,
No, he's got a
I see
50
it, but
steal.
The problem is the set shot 3 on this card just ruins it. I mean, it just ruins it. The card still is not terrible. Still probably a B tier caliber player with his badges, but I'm just not the highest on him. Chris App's another player that belongs in S tier, unquestioned, undoubtedly. Some people like
him and Embiid are two best.
Some people don't. I'm still trying to figure out everything, and I really have no idea. But here's the deal: you give him Monty Williams and that +5 speed, the interior perimeter boost, a rebounding boost, he becomes a even better big in the game. I'm in love with Chris App's, especially given his speed, vertical, interior shoe. You're looking at the best stretch big probably in the game, up there with Joel Embiid and A. Disney. I mean, is LaMarcus Aldridge a perfect fit for C tier? Or is he a perfect fit for C tier? A card?
No,
I mean,
he's D tier.
LaMarcus Aldridge, great. No, pretty slow.
He's a perfect fit for D tier.
To Andrea Bargnani, though.
He's not as good as Andrea. He's like literally a smaller Andrea Bargnani. Like Andrea Bargnani is way better than DeMarcus Cousins or LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm sorry, he is a perfect fit for D tier if there's ever been one.
Who we actually, where's Andrea Bargnani at? He's down here at D tier. I'm sorry, Aldridge. If I got picked out in Joel at C tier, you got to even go down to D tier.
Bargnani's as good as Joel though.
To me. I'm actually gonna move Bill Walton up. Just I think he is that little bit.
Bill Walton's very just
like Marcus Aldridge. So where we're at right now, Marcus Gasol up next, a perfect addition to our A tier. I will be the first to.
I like Marc Gasol, but he's not as good. He's not as good. What are we doing here? We've put Marc Gasol a tier above Arvydas Sabonis.
I do not love Marc Gasol, not one bit. But here's the deal: give Monty Williams, who is my coach. You guys want to tie everybody just give money to everyone. Well, that's my coach. I want to show you guys. He's great interior, great rebounder, great speed. Again, at 7'1", the wide player model. We need people in today's game.
Arvydas is so much better.
Do I love the card?
Get him into B tier.
No,
get him and Brook Lopez down and move.
Is Marcus Camby a garbage man, or is he okay? Let's
no, he's a garbage man. He's guy can't block a shot.
Only he's 6'11".
He's a garbage man.
He's okay. Marcus Camby is probably C tier.
No, he's not.
Objectively, if
you've used him, you know he's.
I don't love the card.
If you've ever tried to get blocks of Marcus Camby, you know for a fact that Marcus Camby is not a C tier player. He is a D tier player at best. Yeah, if you've ever used Camby, you know he stinks.
Andrew Bogut is better than Marcus Camby.
So much better. Bogut's so much better than Camby.
He's slower. He's taller.
He's so much. Bogut, if anything, should be up a tier.
Yao Ming, another S tier addition for us, guys. Is there anything more I need to say? He is 7'6".
I mean, I agree. I don't like him, but I agree.
But if you badge him up right, you make it happen for Yao. You boost the speed a little bit. He's a complete card. People are gonna hate on Yao all they want. Just know he's gonna be on 250K teams at least until we get the Kareem Will to the world. Then maybe.
I don't think he's on a single tournament team.
Here's the deal: Mitchell Robinson had potential to be absolutely elite. Potential is the big word. The reason he's not is because he has 52 speed. Even if they would have given him a 70 speed, this card would have been solid. The 52 speed doesn't do it for me. Another D tier addition for us. Moses Malone. I think just
I need to rush through this.
B tier, just because people can hype on Moses, say he's A tier, but nobody when it gets down.
Moses Malone is C tier. Moses Malone stinks. He's barely better than Dwight. Whatever you have Dwight actually in.
Miles Turner, a perfect addition into C tier. Miles Turner had his time in
yeah,
a little bit.
I agree.
Level good. Nate Thurmond up next, who I am really
B tier.
Interior defense, great defensive badges, end of the ball a little bit as well. The top pick of the game, but I do think he's at least B tier and on the verge.
No, he's not on the verge of A tier. He's genuinely not on the verge of A tier. Bill Russell's better than Nate Thurmond. Chris, you've clearly never used Birdman, considering the fact you haven't mentioned Birdman as one of the top players in A tier. Yes, yeah, no. Thurmond is like the 6th, 7th best player in A tier, and then also Arvydas Sabonis not being in A tier is scandalous. It is scandalous having Arvydas Sabonis in B tier.
of being A tier. And you know what? I'm putting him in A tier.
Oh my god, that's dumb.
Nate Thurman is that.
No, he's not.
Stinks. Vucevic isn't much better. Now, Vuce, I mean, I get it. You got to.
Vuce sucks.
We're going to throw Rafe into C tier.
Jokic sucks.
I still got Wang on this list, though.
Rafe is not as good as Wong.
Hey, and remember, we're getting a really good Wang on Tuesday. Remember that 6.
No, we're not.
Pretty slow.
That Wong is not very good.
Much defense. He does have a little better release. I like him just that little bit more than Vuce. Maybe it's biased putting Rafe in C tier. If it is, you guys can leave that down below.
Bargnani's so much better, Rafe.
Gobert, a card I really have not looked too in-depth in, but, I mean, guys, Gobert as an interior big is not bad. One immaculate player build in here with some of the interior bigs, but you want to put him in B tier, I don't hate it.
I'm not going to argue wherever you want to put him. I've never used
Serge
him.
Ibaka is Serge B tier, A tier.
He's, not only is he A tier, he is in the top 4 players in A tier. He is, like, the fact that you have put Nate Thurmond and Marc Gasol and Brook Lopez, who you have never used, in A tier. And, like, Serge Ibaka is better. He's not better than Kevin Garnett for most people. I prefer him to Kevin Garnett for most people. He's not. He's nowhere close to D-Rob. He's not as good as Hakeem. He's not as good as DeAndre Ayton. But he's better than Bob McAdoo. He's better than Brook Lopez. He's better than Boogie. He's better than way better than Marc Gasol and Thurmond. And he's better than Dave Counts.
Really the question of the day.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And I think the more I use Serge Ibaka, the more I realize, like, yes, he lacks a little bit of stuff considering he's only 6'10".
No, he doesn't. But like, you've got freaking Anthony Davis in S tier. You're saying he lacks stuff because he's 6'10", but yet put Anthony Davis over David Robinson, who's not as good at the center position. Like, D-Rob is better at center than Anthony Davis, and this is a center tier list.
And as a stretch big, I think he's good enough to put in A tier. Like, here's my thing: if we're putting Marc Gasol in A tier, Serge Ibaka.
Just don't put Marc Gasol. I love Marc Gasol. Don't put him in A tier.
The card is game. Big Wang here. No, that is not Wang.
Let's
get Wang up here because I'm just intrigued to talk
Wang
about
C.
I'm gonna go out on
Wong. Sorry, I don't know what I repeat. It's Wong. Gigi Wong. It's Wong, not Wang.
Throw Wang into B tier. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
I don't even mind Wong, but that's a ridiculous statement.
Not great. Okay, I'll say it, friends. And has jump shots. I mean, guys, the problem with Ha-Seong Jin is right. I'm gonna put him in D.
He's just a big body.
In that elite C tier. But yeah, Wang. Look, when we get the new Wang, I'll see in Shaquille O'Neal. Even when
you're putting him to A, aren't you?
He gets man. I get it as an interior man. I get it as an interior. This Shaq, if you are gonna run Shaq, get this one, badge him up, come in Shaq. He can be a B tier because he is a load, but
okay, I'm cool with him in B.
Tim Duncan, A tier. I like Tim Duncan way more.
I don't agree, but I'm not going to argue it. I think Mikan's way better than Duncan, but I'm not going to argue.
Maybe it just has to do with the badges. I mean, quite honestly, Tim Duncan badge-wise is way more complete, but even on the defensive end, man with the plan at that center position.
Sorry about skipping through. I'm in a bit of a rush. Wes Unseld B, Wilt C.
So the card I don't hate, but the problem is, I mean, at this stage of my team, you're just not necessarily that next level.
Yeah, but power forward, he's not bad.
Got a smooth release, pretty decent on defense, just not that next level good. Wes Unseld AC tier card. Last but certainly not least, guys, we do have the Pink Diamond Wilt Chamberlain. I think he's very comparable to Rudy. Now, obviously, Rudy's gonna maybe do some things better. Badge-wise, pretty.
Yeah,
similar.
I don't disagree with a lot of these.
I mean, guys, I wanted
first of all, Marc Gasol and Nate Thurmond do not belong in A tier. If anything, like players that are better than both of them that are in B tier are George Mikan, Chris Anderson. Again, Nate Thurmond came out and no one was really comparing him to George Mikan. I think Shaq's better than both of them as well. Okay, so players that I think are better than both of them in B tier are, and Brook Lopez as well. Brook Lopez is okay, but Mikan's better, Birdman's better, Sabonis is better, and maybe Shaq is better. But yeah, like there are 3 or 4 cards in A tier that just don't belong. Your S tier, move David Robinson up and make it 5 for S tier, and I'm not going to argue that. If David Robinson was in S tier, I think S tier is perfect. I think if you get rid of Marc Gasol, Thurmond, and Brook Lopez and move those guys down, and then move up definitely Sabonis and maybe Mikan, then I think you've got a really nice A tier. B tier, I don't really mind too much, and then obviously Andrew Bogut's probably one tier too low in the end now. But other than that, not too bad a list. So anyway, that's the video. Go sub to Ty. Also sub to this channel. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.